Hey, what's up, guys? This is Racing Rev, and welcome to another podcast of our channel. And this time, I am very happy to host the guests that have already been featured on our channel a few times ago. So, first of all, it is obviously going to be Miss Dan and the creator of FCR.
Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
And of course, like last time, 2 years ago, I guess, 2 years now almost, that is Parks 2015.
We're so back.
And one new member to our guest is you have seen him on my channel and you know him very well. That is Mr. Ankit 45.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Just coming out of underground.
I know a lot about underground, mate. Oh my god.
There we go. Yes. We are here. Legendary lineup right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we agree
Yeah.
this is like the craziest collaboration of the F1 mobile gaming industry?
I don't think
Like,
it gets any better. Generally, I don't think it
it
will.
doesn't get any better. Come on. We've got the biggest FX racer YouTuber. We've got the biggest monoposto YouTuber, and arguably a bit even a la mobile lately.
Yeah,
And
somewhat, yeah, getting there,
we've got the
getting there.
creator, yeah, and we've got the creator of the game that is coming for all three of them.
There you fucking go. Good.
Absolutely.
We need 12
Yeah.
as well. We need 12 as well.
Ah,
Come on there.
don't
We
invite
don't.
him, bro. It's just gonna rage bait me the entire
We
time,
don't.
bro. No, thank you.
With this Roblox game.
We don't.
With this Roblox game.
That
where
is
I
not a
did a
bad
full
point, to be
drift.
fair.
I did a full drift in his game. That was crazy.
Like,
I saw
Yeah.
that.
I have to try it. I need to try the game properly. Like, I tried like a lap, and I was like, damn, not bad, and I never played it again. Like, I need to give it a go.
Yeah, it's like me and Grand Velocita. I never made a video. I just made the review video and like I have to make a video on it and then I just don't find any content. But I guess I have now found content with Mr. Ankit after Real Racing is gone.
Yeah, the less said about
With Grand Velocita.
Velocita. Oh my god, the
after
better.
suffering in monoposto, after having 69 spins total in the live stream, we will be fighting again with Racing Rev. I'm
Did you
ready to
really count
embarrass
them?
myself. Someone was counting for me. It
Oh,
was like
it
more than-
really got to 69.
Oh my god.
actually
Oh
someone.
god.
At least
don't
it's not
remember, it was-
67.
It's something
At
around
least it's
that, I
not
think.
67.
Yeah, I'm not
We,
gonna
we
talk.
got saved from the 6-7 meme.
Not gonna talk.
Go- no.
No comments. No
No,
comments.
not gonna talk. Oh,
No.
god damn it. It's been haunting me. It's been haunting me. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we mustn't
So-
forget about something. I said about the lineup, but we mustn't forget about our host over here. And I've got a pretty big announcement to make. I don't know if it's the time to do it right now, but actually let's start with this because it's like super exciting for me to say it. You've probably seen it in the announcement trailer that it was no longer presented by myself or only by myself. So it was not like Dan Andrei presents, but it was rather FCR Productions. So what does that mean? It means that I have teamed up with Racing Reft and with a very good friend of mine called Alex to collaborate more closely on the game. You've known my relation with Racing Reft over the last few years, over the last 2 years actually. We've been more on and off. He's been helping me with modeling and stuff. But now we can actually really say that we are officially quite a team. Of course, I'm still the leader and the one that makes all the decisions and takes most blame. But I am closely collaborating with the guys, with Racing Rev over here and with Alex, who is super good at programming and a very good friend of mine and a very good supporter of the project, a very big fan. He's loved it ever since I've showed it to him, and it kind of hurts my ego, but he's a better programmer than I am. And I've said it a bit slowly. He's the kind of guy, he didn't really appear over here, but he's the kind of guy who, you know, that guy from the movies who just logs in and hacks your computer? Yeah, that's him. And it's this team, and I'm really excited to announce this, that it's no longer just a pure effort of myself, but it's rather an effort of three people by now. Racing Red has helped me tremendously in the last few months with the modeling and everything, and we'll be discussing about that more as the development goes. We have a group chat, we have everything to communicate, and we are closely collaborating on the game, so it's no longer just an effort of myself. So yeah, that was pretty much the big announcement that I wanted to make at the beginning. That it's no longer just me, it's now FCR Productions, and it will be marketed as such. Woo!
Lovely, man. Brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant.
Go.
We take
Yeah.
those.
Absolute cinema.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, well, that's basically like one of the
Big
hardest
blessings.
steps, and now you never know how far you can go with a production team, so exciting
Absolutely,
times.
yep.
Exciting times.
I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, Dan now doesn't have to do like everything on the everything from track making to uh, coding and marketing and everything. The
Yep,
team
I've got
is
help.
Absolutely
yeah
huge.
he does everything like he is the official creator, but we are like the helpers of him, and he has been a great
Absolutely.
as a leader. He has been a great leader, especially after the release. We will be talking about that why. But yeah, so we will go deeper on that.
Absolutely, yep.
Illegal
Yeah.
scenes.
So as you have everyone, I shared the link. We have got the FCR 2026 questions forms. So there are a few, two, three, four questions on that with how old the players are who are playing the game and how long they have been playing and how they feel. So I will be first, I guess in the first part I will be sharing the data. Then the next part I will ask questions. You guys will ask questions, and in the last part we will have some fun with a few very fun questions that have been submitted, and other F1 a little bit of a 5 minute chit chat or something. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Last time we were 3 hours live.
It went flying by, to be fair. Like, I didn't really notice the time go by. It's quite
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. But Racing Rev still didn't upload the full podcast to this day, and I'm a bit disappointed by that, I'll be honest. It was very
yeah.
great
Even
fun.
my yeah, I am. I also am disappointed in myself for that. But yeah, after the first episode, I was busy with my exams, and they were like, Mr. Ankit Ray knows they were the one of the most important exams of my life. Ask him; he has also given that exam, and I'll be giving that
Pass to
exam, same exam next year. Yeah, not the same exam, but a little bit tougher
level up.
for that next year.
Plus two.
Yeah,
Plus two level. Plus two.
Is it like the exam
Clear.
when you pass high school and you want to go to like university? It's the kind of high school finishing exam. Is that what you mean?
last year, no, last year, eh, high school, primary school, and middle school is really different in India. What do you call high school in India? We call high school from like fifth standard to 12th standard. I don't know about other countries, but it is high
Here it's
school
like
here.
from 9th to 12th, so it's like until you're 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, that's
yeah.
completely different than to the UK, because we do 6 years primary, then from year 7 to 11, secondary, and then 2 years of further education, like college or sixth form, and then university, which means I didn't have
All
to
right.
do a single exam since 2021, which I'm very happy with.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no,
That's awesome, man.
yeah, here primary is like LKG, if you know, like lower kindergarten, upper kindergarten, and then from first standard to fifth is primary, and then fifth to 10th you can call it middle school, and like or like no, sorry, fifth to eighth is like middle school, and then eighth to 12th is like high school. The entire those 4 years. So it was at my 10th standard. that it was an all India exam, so like the ranks come out and like you have to really score in that. And then the next one will be the next year, that is that my 12th standard after I turn 18. It will be again an all India like over the country exam. So you'll have to bring ranks in that. So I got messed up with that, and then after the exam I could not
It's
find the
difficult
drive link
sometimes.
or the backup or anything for some reason, I don't know. Then I switched phones also. So
Lost.
Yeah,
yes,
lost
but
media.
then to so let's get into the data. So the first question was, how do you feel about the switch to Unreal Engine? And we have got quite a few responses. So it's not like 10, 20 people, but quite a few people. And like 63% are very excited. The options were very excited, interested but curious, neutral, and concerned. So 63% are very excited, 32% are interested but curious, and 7% are neutral on it, and 6% are concerned about it. And I just know one person who is concerned about it. Like of that 6%, I know 1% who is concerned about it.
Let's not talk
Mr.
about him. If it's or oh
Oh,
no,
wait.
it's not who I thought it was. It's not who I thought it
I
was.
think I know who
But
you're
yeah,
on about. I think is he a barcode by any chance?
Yeah, no,
it's
we
QR
don't talk
code, but
about.
yeah.
Yeah, there are a few questions also that I just know that it is that guy. The next question was, how long have you been playing FCR for? So the majority goes to less than 6 months. The options were less than 6 months, 6 months to 1 year, and more than a year. So majority goes to less than 6 months with 37%, 37.5%, and the second majority goes to more than a year, 34%, and 6 months to 1 year is like 32.1%. So it's pretty much equal now. So then, can you make anything of this data, like the player base of how long the players have been playing this game for, and who your game is
Absolutely.
actually appealing to?
I wanted to say that I'm very glad that these are the results for like how long the people have been playing. It's because the new players are interested, and there are new players, and this is very exciting. When I did the survey, the year in review survey, which got like 70, 80 responses, I don't know exactly. The vast majority of those who responded, it was a longer survey, of course, but the vast majority were people that have played for more than 1 year. Like they've been here since FCR 2024. And yeah, it was interesting to see the response of the veterans, but I also wanted to see a bit more movement from the newer players. But with this data set, I've got it, and it's very interesting for me because it means that there is a genuine interest in the game to improve from the newer players as well. It's and that means they are pretty much hooked from the beginning, and I really like that. And of course, I'm very excited and I kind of expected, but yeah, it's very nice to hear, very relieving that the vast majority of people are excited about the change to Unreal Engine, and it's really going to be something unique. I'm going to tell it right from the beginning. It's going to be something else. You have probably never seen some of the things that we are going to do in any F1 mobile game ever. But yeah, that is a discussion to be had a bit later down the line. Since it's so big, I am very relieved by the fact that people are actually excited about Unreal and about what we are going to present in a few weeks' time. I don't know exactly. The release date has
No,
been
you're lying. You
a
know
pretty hot
exactly. You know the
topic.
exact date already. You already know it. You're
I
just
don't.
gatekeeping.
No, no, I actually don't. I actually don't. But we are going to discuss why I actually don't know yet. But yeah, tell me the other numbers, Racing Reft, because I'm very, very curious. And no, I don't know them, and I did not host the survey. Racing Ref did, and I told him, do not tell me the numbers until we do this podcast, so you can have my raw reaction to everything.
Yeah, I did not tell him any answers, just the two screenshots that I shared earlier in this group chat.
Oh
The
yeah,
one,
that doesn't count. That doesn't count. It was just for a bit
yeah,
of fun.
those doesn't count. Those are like irrelevant stuff. So then like
Yeah, yeah.
next question is what platform do you play on? Android and iOS, and like 90.2% are Android and 0.8% are iOS. And like
Expected.
if you see in this room, it's also the pie chart matches. Only Sparks plays it on iOS,
Yeah, it's
and
three
we
to
all
one.
three plays it on Android.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
three
like
to
10 and
one.
90 here also.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Samsung.
but I've got both platforms because yeah, I need to develop on both. So yeah, don't worry.
it
It's not
is
that
just
it's not like I vibe code it on
it's just a
iOS.
good
It's I
opportunity for me
actually do test it.
to sell everyone.
Is that a
And
17 Pro? Oh
it
god.
is. I'm in unbelievable debt, but it's an investment. I'm taking the mic. I'm taking the mic. But
Yeah,
iPhone is so clear. Get an iPhone. You can play any game on it. It's worth it. And just don't steal your parents' bank card.
now
What
that
phone
we
do you
have
use?
Yeah, like
jobs, and
What
now
phone do
that
you use,
we've got
Dan?
jobs, Sparks, we could afford it, but yeah, it's still unbelievable
It
amount of
still
debt.
is, absolutely. Like I've had to pay it in like I think 5 months in like installments rather than upfront because oh my god.
Yeah,
But
it is.
it saved my life because my old phone started having storage issues, and then when you have storage issues as a YouTuber, you just oh my god, it
Yeah,
drives you
you're cooked.
insane.
You're cooked,
So
bro.
yeah, so it was definitely worth it doing a
yeah.
change.
From iPhone, I remember one guy on Mr. Ankit Roy's Real Racing 3 stream called Harish. Mr.
Oh,
Ankit Roy would like to say,
there was a
I
guy.
will let you explain.
Yeah,
Tell me
I
this
was
inside
streaming.
joke because I'm very curious.
I was streaming Real Racing 3 and there was a guy calling me Chapri. So Chapri is a Hindi word, means I'm like, that cheap guy who like has a green
Oh,
hair sort of
yeah,
a thing. Or
cheapskate,
Oh my
basically. Yeah.
god.
yeah. I don't know why he's telling me. I told him like, do I have blue hair? Am I wearing torn jeans? Like sort of like that. And that guy is crazy, saying like, my dad is a millionaire. I have iPhone 16. Have
Right.
you seen that sort of a money? Have you ever seen sort of a money? I mean, what the hell? Well, I mean,
God
he's
damn it.
saying like iPhone is the superior. If you have an iPhone, you are the god. You can say anything to anyone. Like, what the heck is
Yeah, you
going
heard
on with
him.
that?
You heard him. Absolute facts. All of you. 10 quid each for more of you. Pass it over.
Yeah,
Uh,
just
that
get
guy.
whatever phone you want. FCR works
Yeah.
great on both, so yeah, I don't mind.
Dan, what phone do you
Yeah,
have? I
so
mean, which model it is?
I've got more because I need to test things, but my primary is a Xiaomi actually. The one from which I'm also recording right now
Oh, well,
because
there you go.
I use my phone as a camera. So yeah, that's what I've got. And that's the one I use daily. And the one before was also Xiaomi, so I didn't make a switch, but I've got iPhones before as primary as well. And Huawei's back when they were more popular and when they had the full Android suite kind of thing. Now I kind of cannot go without GMS because it's like I kind of need it. So yeah, that's what I've got. But I've got more devices in order to test older devices, iPhones, Androids as well from more manufacturers like Samsung's, older Huawei's, or stuff like that. It's just for testing purposes to see how the game runs, how it handles, and all sorts of things.
Max, do you also have two phones or the only primary phone?
Just the one, just the one. But like my old phone is in good tact at the moment, so if I have any issues with my new phone, I can just go to the old one. As painful as it would be, but at least I do have it there just in case.
I use two phone. One is for the gaming. This is also a Xiaomi phone, to be honest. This is Poco, the sub brand of which makes
I
a
know, I
gaming
know,
phone.
I
And
know.
this is a Samsung, for daily use. It's not really that powerful, but it just works fine. It at least not gonna have storage issues. I mean, it has SD card. You can 2 TB SD card you can insert and 256 storage. So I'm not running out of storage
Oh,
anytime soon.
huge.
So
you are
Lovely.
not
That's very
running out
good.
of storage, but you are gonna run out of memory card in this shortage era, or
Oh
you have to sell your house to
god.
get
Oh
a
my
SD
god.
card.
It's a joke. I work like what I'm
No.
doing for my uni course is that I study TV production, And my university are being really strict now about SD cards because if you lose one, they've got to pay for it, and it's like 70 quid
Oh
for
god.
128 gig, I think. Mental work.
Oh god. Oh god.
Soon
So
enough, we have
bad.
to sell our kidneys
Mm.
for having storage devices. We'll run out
Do
of
we even
kidneys
talk
soon.
about do we even talk about RAM prices, or do we
Oh
not
my
go
God,
to that?
anything go from LP DDR to DDR4, DDR5, anything is just crazy right now. I guess Dan, when he bought, you thought switching to
That's
Unreal and you
exactly
bought
what
your
I
RAM.
wanted to say. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
wanted to say. I've got
you bought it at the
I've
correct
got
time.
a PC. Yeah, I've got a PC for the Unreal Engine and things like that. I've got it in October, and it was the last opportunity to get RAM at a good price. I've
Yeah,
got
I'm cooked.
32 gigs over there, and they were like 80 euros. I've looked up the same unit, and it's now like 200 euros.
You know, I
Dan
think
has RAM, get him,
I'll
kidnap him.
probably
He has RAM. He has a,
Kidnap operations, whoever has more RAM. I
I'll
mean,
probably
yeah.
wait
yeah.
for some company to feel bad for me on iRacing at 15 frames per second, and they'll get me a PC. Like that's gotta happen at some point. That might be the dream, actually. Surely somebody would be like, "All right, you're struggling here, mate. You need a little bit of help. Have a flipping computer."
Yes.
What specs do you have,
So
Spark? What specs do you have, Sparks, on your PC?
I don't actually have a single clue about all the details, but I've got this thing called an Asus FF15 laptop. Like, it's really good, does the job, but oh my god, at times my patience is tested quite a fair bit. But it does the job, and it's never let me down yet. So we'll keep
you
it
should
till.
use my laptop. It's an Intel i5 with integrated graphics card. While I do Blender and rendering, you should test. It tests my patience more than ever.
Oh,
And
thank
after
you,
a
my
5 hour
friend.
render, Blender crashes. I crash out.
Oh, yeah.
From our Great Talk
Yes.
Live Discord, there was a guy who actually taped his laptop, duct taped his laptop so that it works properly. Like, that was crazy. That is ancient tech. That is ancient tech.
A guy
That is
had his
crazy.
laptop in the drawer, the display of the laptop.
You know, I was watching my first like few iRacing videos I ever did back in 2024, and I had an older laptop at the time. You could barely see the liveries on the cars due to how low the graphics were. Yet I was somehow driving with that. I don't know. I look back at that and I think, wow, how was I driving with that? What was going on? But yeah, no, having a good computer definitely makes a difference, man. It's insane.
It does. It does.
Yeah, so from this question, then, like, 90% of the players are Android and like 10% are iOS. Like, does it make a difference that you will put more focus on the Android customer and a little bit less, optimization and everything for iOS, especially after the new MacBook Neo that came out? I guess it uses that, I guess, iOS 16 chip that Apple uses on its mobile, that iPhone 16 chip. So would you put any emphasis on Android players and a little on iOS? Does it change anything?
It does not change because of one reason. It is the player base that I know. Most of the players, it's like 90% Android and 10% iOS. So the numbers that you gave over here are not surprising to me because I know that this is the player base generally. It is harder to optimize on Android for one reason only. There are so many different chips and manufacturers that things that work with one device usually do not work with the other, and or they run much worse. Some techniques do not work as well on, let's say, Samsung devices with Exynos chips rather than Xiaomi with a Mediatek with a Dimensity, or devices with Snapdragon chips and so on. So it's like a lot of different problems that you might encounter with different processor manufacturers and different phone brands and so on, because the market is so diverse. With iOS, it's a bit simpler because you only got the Apple chips. There is only so much devices that the game can run on. We've got 3 new iPhones every year, uh, 2 new iPads, and so on, and they all behave the same because Apple designs them in a way that it is consistent. That's the thing. So what works for iOS, I can expect it to work with all Apple devices. If I do something specific for Snapdragon chips, it may not work as well with MediaTek chips, and so on. So with Android, optimization is far more challenging, but you have a lot more freedom to do things. In iOS, you are much more restricted to do stuff. So it does not really change. The opportunity is that now with the Unreal Engine switch, some things can be more streamlined than in Unity, and generally the Unreal platform, as you probably don't realize this at first, but in the more grand scheme of things, the Unreal platform is now much more mature than the Unity one, and you can do a lot more things that maybe in Unity it would be harder or maybe even impossible to do.
That's quite interesting, and even I am going to know it. I am knowing it for the first time from Dan. So now the subjective type of questions and one mark answer ends. It's now the broader questions.
Okay.
So there is another question that is like, what improvements would you like to see the most with Unreal? And it's just three options basically, and then there are others. So the three questions are better lighting, better car models, and more detailed tracks, and the others. So the maximum vote that goes, and I'm a little surprised. It goes to 41.1% of more detailed tracks. 25% is others that we are going to talk about later, and 25% goes to better car models, and around 8.9 to 9% goes to better lighting. What would you make of that?
I'm going to say only one thing. All of these things are going to be improved. Period.
Huge. Probably the best answer you could have given.
Subtle foreshadowing. Subtle foreshadowing.
Is that
I mean, Dan is giving the Toto smirk in that Toto gave us in Australia qualifying.
It's defo PR trained. Look at that. He's got all the answers for every single question. He knows. So it's the final lap of the Nordschleife race, and Max Verstappen is going to win more races than Lando Norris this year. He's on his way.
By
He's a
how
minute
many
ahead.
seconds is he leading?
He's
By
a
how
minute
many
ahead of
seconds?
P2. So his team has done a fucking unreal job. He's just going through the
Yeah, so
middle of the lap right now.
you guys couldn't hear me, right?
We didn't
No,
hear
we couldn't hear you.
your question, like what
Oh
you were
my
saying
God,
pretty
wow,
clearly.
Dude.
I guess we can celebrate that.
I'm wearing a
I guess
map.
we-
Oh, look at that. I'm already
I guess we
wearing
can
it.
celebrate
Yeah.
that. Hold on. Oh, it's not. Yeah, finally.
I've got to be
I
the
guess we can
most
celebrate
like fraudulent Ferrari fan because I got a Red Bull flipping suit there. I got a Red Bull cap that I wear all the time. But I am a Ferrari fan. I absolutely promised you that. Been supporting the team since 2019. Worst decision of my life. But oh well.
Mark is like, I have Red Bull display, but I'm a Ferrari fan. I have
Calma.
Yeah, in our YouTube live stream, there is a guy called Anitya, and he supports Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen both. So this last year he had depression with Ferrari. This year he has depression with Max Verstappen. So that guy is
Oh
cold.
man. It's over.
Oh god.
suffering double depression.
Cadillac has finished. Both Cadillacs have finished before Aston Martins, before Red Bull, before McLaren. How crazy is that?
We already have the joke of the year. That is permanent nerve damage. That is the joke of the year. Like nothing can match that. That is peak level. That official team is saying that driving our car would give you permanent nerve damage. That's
That
not only
is
nerve damage, permanent nerve
unreal. Like
damage.
how do you mess up that bad? I really don't get it. Really don't get it.
Yeah.
It's a shame though.
That is crazy. Like even
At the
2010,
moment.
those 2010 though, 10 those team came, some of the team like HRT, Virgin Racing, they were even better than this.
Yeah, they had
They
they
were
didn't have
even
any
better.
Yeah,
money, and they made a car that was safe to drive.
at least drivable. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could at least complete a race with it.
you're not gonna get your hand
I remember
ripped
what
off.
Aston Martin was like 10 years ago now. It was not 10 years, you have to just go 6 years ago in 2020 or 21 with that, I guess it was
The
Racing
fake,
Point, Force India,
yeah,
Racing Point just. And
yeah,
they just
The
Racing
pink
Point.
won a race
Mercedes.
with Sergio Perez.
Oh, the
They
pink
won a
Mercedes. Yeah.
race with Sergio Perez. Yeah, the thing was like they were like literally under a shed, like Araba said it, under a shed, and they won races. And now they have better, like a new wind tunnel, the greatest designer, and they are making a car that gives them nerve damage, undrivable after
Mm.
15 laps.
How? Just how?
Unreal.
And
Unreal. That is
I know.
unreal. That is not even possible. You can't even imagine. Like this is a nightmare. That is some of their nightmare. Like yeah, we could not bring up with the car, and we brought up the car. Car is undrivable. Nightmare. They're living their nightmare.
That in this other section, we are going to, ask. They can be classified into different things, but we are going to ask each question, so we go into the rabbit hole of every part of that, and not only scratch the surface.
That's good. Yeah, that's
So
good.
wrote, if others in above, please specify. So some person are asking for physics, and some person are asking all of them. Better everything, better car, better lighting, more detailed tracks, and so like who are saying everything. What would your answer to them be?
The answer to everything is that they're gonna get it. Simple as that. But in a more detailed fashion, it's an engine change, and I wanted to specify this a lot. Uh, it's not just a port of the game. It's not like we are going to take the 2025 assets and there we are going to put them into Unreal and call it a day. No. Many of the systems have been rewritten, and so much more of the game is so vastly different compared to 2025 and compared to anything you probably have ever seen in an F1 mobile game. And that is the exciting part. The exciting part is that you are going to see a very, very different uh, game from the ground up. It's the FCR Foundation. It's the FCR way, and I've really liked this motto in 2025. But yeah, it is a very interesting approach what we are trying with the Unreal Engine, and everything. It all came down to this moment a bit because. That's also something I really wanted to tell. It was not a rushed move. It is not let's do this because it will get a bit of hype and everything. No, the point is obviously to try something different, but this move, from my side at least, has been known and decided for a very, very long time. And I'm going to be real honest with here and make a bit of a confession before 2025, before FCR 2025 was released, I knew for sure that 2026 was going to be built in Unreal Engine. And a very large part of 2025, I've dedicated it to understanding the engine, to build my PC over there, to get the foundations going and try to come up with a very good game and one that is as complete as possible when we approach that date. So yeah, it was a move that was pretty much very calculated and known. So it's not just like I took the game over there and I put it there. A lot of things have changed. A lot of things have fundamentally changed, and you will see that in a very you'll see that in all its glory pretty soon, I believe.
I am also not gonna lie. I came to know about that in, what was it? It was September or October of last year when Dan
Yeah.
told me that we are doing this.
Uh, yeah. he was let's talk about something. Let's talk about that Caesar, you knew it. One with the binaries over there. It was like zeros and
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it said UE5, and Racing Rev was acting like he didn't know. So he knew, of course, he knew. But
I,
very few people knew. It was a very well kept secret, and yeah, we've known it for quite a long time, and it is partly the reason why 2025 updates were not so frequent and so big, because part of the time I was trying to build onto 2026 and to understand the Unreal Engine and to learn it, to see what it's capable of, and to exactly set some boundaries for the game. And because of that, it was that time. It was more of a transition period, but right now we are on a good track, and we'll discuss about this a bit more detailed later.
So like you've kind of done like a football manager kind of approach where you not
No,
like you've taken the year out,
because
but
Football Manager expected to switch their. I don't know if you actually know this. When they switched to Unity, they had some pretty old legacy code, and their team expected to support all of that code into Unity in 2 weeks. Did you know that?
I knew they rushed it, but I didn't know it was only two
They
weeks.
they've rushed it. No, it was not about the whole game. It was about just the code. They've expected to change all the code from the old legacy, I think C++ they had, onto the Unity in 2 weeks.
Yeah, never gonna happen.
That was their approach. Of course, it wouldn't
But
happen.
to be
Of
fair,
course, it
to be
wouldn't
fair
happen.
to them, FM26 is absolutely peak. I love the game, but I hate the game as well because I'm terrible at it. But we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know how it's fared, but the launch was pretty much something. Mm, they've they've literally they've missed the submission to the stores. They've missed the submission to Steam and stuff like that. And instead of releasing, they've just released on launch day. They've released the latest beta without the beta watermark and the bug report over there. I don't know if you actually knew this,
I
but the
mean,
launch was
to be fair,
pretty
I remember like when I
pretty
wanted to
something.
first play the game. Basically, I had that's a spin in LMP2, I think. But I literally started university and had no time to play it, so I didn't really actually know if the game was any good or not. Oh no, it's Van der Sande. I think he was P2. But I had no idea if the game was any good. Until like maybe about a month after release, I finally tried it for the first time, and I think they'd probably patched a bit here and there.
They've patched quite some things over time. I don't know how it is right now, but yeah, at launch it was pretty buggy and it crashed and it had all sorts of issues. And yeah, I don't want FCR to be like that, of course, and because of that, we're not trying to rush the release or anything. It will be ready when it's ready, and I again insist, I do not know when. I really don't. I actually don't know when it's going to be released, and that's going to be a bit disappointing because a lot of the questions have been, "Hey, when is coming out? When is it coming out? When is it coming out?" I don't know. I don't know yet. It will come out when it's ready. The current state of the game, it's pretty okay for the month we are in and so on. The car is drivable, the tracks are all good. We haven't begun on the AI yet. We need to begin a bit on that. But the car is okay. It drives. The tracks are okay, and everything. It's all coming up very well together. And we now need to dive a bit deeper into the advanced mechanics, the battery management. We are having some discussions about how to implement it. Do we make it like the real life when it goes to super clipping in like the half of the straight, or do we not? Things like that. The data management, we have started working over there and transitioning things with the editor and everything, and there will be exciting things for the editor as well. Again, it won't be just a port from there. There will be new stuff, even in this department. So yeah, there is a lot to be there is a lot to be done, but there is also a lot to be excited about.
yeah, so then someone sent me a question that was not in the language I understand, and I did not write it or translate it, so I'm just going to do that now. Give me a second. So
I will. Yeah.
that yeah, that question is, it's not a question. It's he says, none. Thank you for considering us. And what would you like to
Oh.
say to him and the community who actually, these people who have taken their time to submit for FCR?
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you for being here in this project. Thank you for supporting it, and I hope to give you something to be very excited about in 2026. That's pretty much everything I've got to say. And I'm super grateful for the community that FCR got, for the 100,000 downloads that we have got at the end of last year. And I hope to see everyone be super excited about this and to really enjoy the game. And yeah, that's about it. I'm a bit overwhelmed by all of these things, but it's super nice to have them and to know that people are really appreciating what I have built over there and what we are building together for this new phase, for this new unbelievable era that we are going to be launching into 2026.
Absolute cinema. Uh, so I don't know if you want to share like what are our purposes on FCR Productions, but a lot of people are asking, like a lot of people, like what was it, 46%, like almost 50%, and a lot on the others, and the curiosities about FCR are asking about realistic tracks, like adding more realistic tracks.
Do you want to more like reveal your role in FCR Productions right now?
I have no, yeah, you can.
Do do you
I
want to?
I would like
It,
it.
it's it's completely up to you here. So yeah, you want. Okay. So there is this thing where apart from redoing all the game in 2026, we are also redoing all the
Yeah, well, just
tracks in
I will
2026.
yeah I will I will like to sorry for interrupting, but I would like to criticize the tracks of other games because why not? I like Monoposto. That like, do we really feel the immersion in the tracks in like Monoposto? Ala Mobile, it's good, but in Monoposto or FX Racer, Monaco and Baku and like Australia, all the tracks feel like they're in the same place with like same kinds of assets and everything. Do we really feel that immersion that we are on different tracks? And monoposto tracks are, you can say, realistic, but the Monaco one, it's that I forgot the names again. The swimming pool section and Rascas, yeah. So they are just vague elevation changes. I don't have the English words to specify on that. Uh, sorry for that, but
In Monaco, the last corner in Monaco was crazy. It was like downhill, and you have
Yeah,
front
yeah.
wing damage because of that. That was crazy. Used to have front wing. I just have to sometimes turn off the damage just to pass through that. It is crazy. Like you can break your front wing going through that. I mean, you have a car damage because of that. And I remember in back in 2022 when it was released for Android, the curves were so much elevated. Like you used to break your front wing if you like take too much to the
I
inside.
kind
Isn't
of
that
liked
smart?
that. Like, I kind of like when Marco changed it in 2024 to really flat curbs. I was like, what? I kind of enjoyed just seeing like the car hit the curb and it wouldn't really react in a way that you would expect. But visually, I think it looked better. Like to have a few curbs be a bit raised rather than all of them be flat, which Marco has done now. But yeah, at the time it was very confusing to like get used to because every curb was like F124 where nothing would happen. So it was a bit like, wow, okay, good day.
Earlier, the curves were like you got scared of the curves. Like if you go too much into it
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just gonna crash. You're just scared out of the curves. That is crazy. And if you talk about the FX Racer
um,
tracks, I mean, yeah, we can say it like the Monopost and FX Racer tracks kind of based on the same philosophy, isn't that? Kind of based on the same philosophy. If you talk about a good made track that is pretty much Silverstone in FX Racer, I think that is a pretty good model and close to accurate. Apart from that, tracks kind of like you can say it. Ala Mobile is the best with the tracks, no doubt with that. But Ala Mobile also removed that curve, flip over thing in Brazil. Go you flip over. That they also removed it. Yeah, in terms of track, I think so far,
Al Mobile,
Ala Mobile is
yeah.
the top.
I mean, Ala Mobile, is it really the top? Australia is like the layouts in Australia, Silverstone, they are not used like from the since the 19th century, but it's still in the game. So right now, regarding everything that you guys complained about curbs and different types, me
I mean,
and
it's not.
Dan and Ray, like with that
I mean, it's
smug
not.
reaction of Toto Wolf.
I mean, it's not updated in
Would you like
Ala
to?
Mobile. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not updated in Ala
Would-
Mobile. But in terms of accuracy, it is pretty solid, isn't that? But it's not updated. I mean, Australia still has that, and oh my God, the Spain has that.
Yeah,
Chicane,
yeah.
slow chicane. I hate that. You can't. Hey, someone's punny in him, sir.
Oh,
There we go.
yes.
But yeah, double standard. We're watching two things. Uh, Never mind. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, tracks are not updated here and there, so that is the criticism, and no new tracks in Ala Mobile for so long time. I mean,
Three
Imola was
years.
the last track
Yeah.
it was added.
Been a minute.
Imola was the last track. Mhm.
So, Dan, would you like to share what my role is and how these problems might be tackled
So,
for FCR
as I
2026? I am
as
completely
I've
okay with
begun
it.
to say it a bit earlier, there is this thing where we don't only just remake the game, but we're also remaking all the tracks from scratch. And this is the main thing that Racing Rev is doing for
You don't
the
have to tell my entire
FCR
name.
Productions part because, well, I couldn't have done it all by myself, but it's a pretty big challenge. We are trying to redo all the tracks from the calendar to be as accurate as possible and to really have that authentic stance. And yeah, it's looking very good so far. We have elevation changes, we have all kinds of different curves and landscapes and all stuff like that. It's all coming very nicely together in the game, and I'm super satisfied with what we've managed to build over there. And right now we are on the designing part, but we are also on the decorations part, where we are trying to do more sorts of buildings, things that you see more often in a racetrack, things like marshal posts and stuff like that, more accurate audiences, and all kinds of things that make a racetrack really be a racetrack. So not only from the gameplay side, but also from the visually side, the change is going to be super big, as you can probably expect with Unreal and our big aspirations for 2026. So yeah, that is pretty much Rev's main focus on the FCR Productions part, which is the track modeling, and also, and I want to talk about this a bit more briefly, the car designing part, because it has been discussed about in the reveal trailer and so on, and I have to say it was also a bit the fault of the shading model as well, because the thing is, all of that stuff was and is of course a work in progress, and I'm a bit relieved to announce that that particular render is 1 month old already. It was in mid-February, and a lot of things have changed right now, including the model itself, and we are working on that. We are working on the feedback that we have got, me and Mr. Revd. So yeah, it is not going to stay like that, and I want to thank everyone who has given feedback on the car model after the reveal trailer. And we are definitely working on a new version right now, one that is more authentic, has more characteristics, and we are also working on the lighting side of things to make it look even better.
Yeah, well, I remember in October, I was this week I was at my grandma's house, and when Dan told me about that, I was also at my grandma's house, and I was lying on bed at midnight, and like I had this thought: what if Dan is switching to Unreal? What if he could use uh, I could help with something, and like I came up to him with an idea of like me doing the tracks or
It was like, yeah, I know it was quite something, and yeah, as I've said, it was a very well kept secret until the announcement trailer, and I had to keep it for over a year. So yeah, it was pretty hard to do that.
a little leak was there if you remember with 12.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not.
Okay.
What a
Okay.
shock.
Would you like to keep it? Would you like
Uh,
to keep it in the video? Or?
I guess you guys don't know, right?
No.
Right. He did a video on and he was an internal tester back then, so they knew this thing not as early as Revved, but I told them in like I think December. I told them on Rev's birthday. Actually, it was December 9th,
I need to
and
remember that.
Yeah.
yeah, and he made a video on the possible changes of the F1 games in 2026 on the mobile games, and he was talking about monopost and everything. And over there, he wrote, I said, FCR with the new engine, and if it doesn't run, my keys is gonna freeze or something like that. And as soon as I saw that, it was unannounced, of course. As soon as I saw that, right jumped onto his DMs and said, "What, man? What? What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I didn't specify which engine."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
god.
"Man, there are two possible engines from which you can build a half-decent game on. What is the one that we have right now? What could be the other one?"
You are so lucky that I did not watch that video and people just
I
kinda-
caught it very early on. So yeah,
Oh my
it
god.
was like
So
I
how
don't
was it
know.
that it is the only video that you like? How is it that you? How is it so lucky that you are like you go to one video and it is the one that he's talking about Unreal, like
Wait.
switching engines?
So what you're trying
Right,
to say is we should watch 12's videos immediately as they come out if you want any details of any game.
Um,
This is a
right now,
perfect
Not
no.
anymore, I guess.
marketing genius.
Not
man.
anymore, I guess.
Yeah, not really, because it was not a planned marketing strategy. But yeah, anyways,
It's a marketing strategy for him. He's getting the attention now from it. It's all been a part of a really big plan for him.
you kind of did that like 1 year ago. Do you remember when you put the FCR 2025 beta video
Don't
1
know-
week earlier?
Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what
No,
you're talking
you
about.
don't remember that, do you? Do you?
No, last year was pretty hectic. So yeah, no, definitely no. I do remember that was
No, it did not happen. No, no. I told him Friday next week, and he put it Friday that week.
What
I was
month
on the plane
it?
to-
What month was that in? Because if it was around the
April.
time April, that was like around the time I was finishing year 2. So I must have looked at the message and then thought, oh, Friday? Okay, Friday it is. It's not really a lot of time, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I was on the plane to Italy. It was like I was at the airport lounge, and my Discord got rocketed with. Did you know Sparks posted the video of the
Oh
meeting and
my
everything? So
god.
oh my god! And I was like, oh, yeah. Now I got to do. Now I got to shift everything together and post it while I'm out of the country. But yeah, it worked in a way. Because I did the release date announcement while I was in Italy. It was not supposed to be like that, but yeah, it was okay after all.
You can't just rest, can you? Definitely not. But
Nah, I mean it was okay. I still got a nice vacation and everything. But
yeah,
yeah.
there you go. My extended apologies. I must have apologized at the time, but I apologize again. Yeah.
No worries.
Good measure.
But it was just a funny thing to say now that we've got onto this topic a bit.
Okay, so as we are on the track side, oh, I know it is not like I know the answer, but I'll still ask that. When will you make a mode where you can create your own track or circuit like Mario Maker? And I just know the answer.
Unfortunately, it's quite complicated, and there is a reason why no game is doing it, because it's very
Yeah,
complex to create tracks and everything. So I must say it's not on the short-term agenda, unfortunately, because there is a lot going on with the other things, like getting the game to work at a good rhythm and a good standard to have it ready for release. But yeah, it's a possibility in some far future when there will be more feasible to do features of this kind, uh, modular cars, track makers, and stuff like that. It's really food for the thought, basically, because short term it's gonna be super complicated. That's the reality. I don't wanna sound hyper optimistic about it because it's like it's a complicated thing to do.
yeah, it was expected. And as I am doing the tracks, I just know that how complicated it can be, and like people make it for
Yeah.
asset of cost, and like they take years to make it. Who was that guy that make like custom tracks or ruin tracks? Dime, I guess, Dime, I guess. His YouTube channel, he posts every year or like
Yeah.
every 6 months with a new track.
I know.
Wow.
I've been following him to get things like how does he do the tracks and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a very complicated process, as you've now probably learned it more, but you knew it from before. It is
Yeah,
really hard to do that. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So, so you said that in the editor, more things are gonna come. So regarding that, there is a question that says user like a person wants use improved user UI and improved model, whether tracks, car, steering wheel, or driver, and improved performance and optimization. And again, I just know who this guy is.
Uh, I don't think it is him because the list would have been much longer had it been him. Uh,
It is
the
him because it is quite long. I just with the
Oh, you
text
just
and
summarized it. Yeah,
language.
okay. You just summarized it. Okay. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that Sparks knows who are we are talking about. Thing
Quite
is
infamous.
with the yeah, quite infamous actually. Yeah, yeah. Um, let's dive into them one by one, shall we? With the models, as I've said, we are trying everything to make it brand new models and such. The interface as well is going to be something really changed and something along the lines you have seen with the reveal trailer with the mysterious diagonal line and everything, stuff like that, and shiny things and sort of like more into the 2010s sort of UI style visual. If you remember the Arrow era, and it's taken a bit of inspiration from that, but also a bit more modern. That is one thing. The other about the editor, there will be changes to the editor. I'm not going to spoil everything right now, but there are planned changes to the editor and pretty big ones. Things that again are not very often seen in F1 games generally, not only mobile but also in other platforms as well. So it's exciting times again. I say it again.
Yeah, that's biblical scenes, as Mr. Ankit Roy
Absolutely.
says it all the time.
Biblical
It's Mr.
scene.
Ankit. It's his dialogue. I just feel it every time during the Grit Talk live streams.
Biblical scenes.
So you said more. Everything is ground up. Someone says, I would like to see more graphical improvements, smarter AI, realistic steering wheel, car damage, and pit stop. Basically, he wants basically means realistic steering wheel, car damage, and pit stop. So, are you, are you planning on changes making every animation and everything from the ground up to, or also may it be anything like from the older versions?
Maybe more towards the year. Right now we are more on the gameplay side, on the general graphical sides. The animations will be something that will be done more around after the game is initially released with the with more updates and everything. But yeah, I'm looking into that because Unreal has a powerful cutscene dynamic. You can do all sorts of things, and yeah, it's something I'm definitely looking into with the animations and stuff. But that is more of a thought towards later updates. Right now, there will be some cutscenes, and you may see some things related to that, but not as many as to make it like a big talking point of the game. It will be things like generally things that you see more often, but with more detailed animations and everything is going to be something that we are going to be looking into more with updates of the game, not especially in the initial release.
Okay, we can look forward to that. But first, we have to make the engine before we can fly the plane. So, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Very good, very well said.
Kick off.
So, yeah. Imp and there are a lot of suggestions, like questions on this. That is the sounds of the car and overall sound system of the game, because when we place foot on not foot but the tires on the curbs, that kind of sounds like something different in FCR 25.
Oh well, I come to the Sparks beta video again. Everyone was saying it was pretty good feedback generally, but when they first saw and heard the game, all the things was half the comments were like the curbs are bass boosted. Like, oh my god, the curb sounds! Oh my god, the curb sounds! They're yeah, and I know, I'm aware of this, of course, and we have something pretty big planned for the overall sound system, but it's going to be revealed when it's time and when I actually get more into it. But again, I've got something planned in this area as well. The sound system is going to receive pretty big improvements, not only the sounds themselves, but also how they're going to behave in the game, let's say.
Okay, and there are two, three questions regarding one that is regarding like a proper championship career mode, not like Monoposto, but like in the F1 games, like multi-season career modes with maybe teams and driver changes and all. And the next thing is the 2026 regulation that F1 EA Sports are just completely skipping on this, major year of F1 changing, and
Very,
Monoposto did
very
not
bad,
change anything.
very bad decision. A very bad decision. I'm saying it once again. To skip exactly this year, they could have done it any other year. Yeah, at least it was the year when we were supposed to get a bad game, because there is 1 year good, 1 year bad, 1 year good, 1 year bad. F125 was good. This one was supposed to be the bad one. So there's at least that. But yeah, I say that it's a very, very bad decision to skip exactly this year
You
when
know,
there are
I mean,
so many regulation changes.
this year would have
Yeah.
been so profitable, to be honest. Like people would absolutely wanted to buy, would have been wanting to buy the game because the new regulation, they would have like wanted a new thing, isn't that? But I don't know why
yeah, but
EA always mess up things.
the issue
They are
is,
killed completely.
I don't know if
F1,
you
F1 mobile.
remember F1 2015.
Oh God,
So
we
I
do.
think that's
Yeah,
what they're
too.
trying to avoid, and hopefully the new game engine will be absolutely brilliant. Now that I am, making my debut in Creator Series today, I'm withholding judgment from the F1 games. I must say I've always loved them to bits. I've never once judged them, and I have full confidence that F1 26 or F1 25 26 edition will be fantastic.
The
All right,
Sparks
all
is
right.
PR trade right now. Sparks
Yeah,
is PR
it's
trade right now.
absolutely PR trade. Yeah,
And
and
I
the
say
new
this as I
regulations are.
learned by racing.
The new regulations are the best regulations ever in the
Yeah,
F1
and the
history
new
of
regulations are
75 years.
absolutely amazing, right? Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
really enjoyed the new challenge of, not pushing the car to the limit, but using the energy instead. And if my car isn't
Yeah,
solar
it's so
powered,
nice.
I'm done for.
Solar power.
I don't have to go full send in the
Oh my
qualifying. I just
god.
have to save my battery for the
Blimey.
straights and fly in the straights to 340 kilometers per hour. Oh my god. It's just amazing. It's the most beautiful regulation of F1.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah. Now watch
Yeah, my
F1
channel is going
close
to
all 5 channels in like
Yeah.
the second
So
day
that-
after
so
this
that-
comes out.
Oh God, I will be. I am cooked. Mr. Ankitra is not cooked because he has another channel where he
Yeah,
posts
but we all of us are.
Yeah, we're deep fried.
cooked.
I really don't like Formula One management. They've got to be the most dodgy social media company of all time. Like, honestly. Like, nowadays, I think they've got a rule nowadays where if you record a race, like you go to an F1 race and you record it with your phone, as you're allowed to do, you're allowed to upload your own footage, like what I did for my vlog a couple of years ago. Nowadays, they'll copyright strike it, apparently. I think they will. I read
What?
somewhere that they'll copyright strike that. Like, what are they doing? It's turning into
That
a
is just
too much.
corporation.
That is
It's
just
mental.
too much.
They're
It
so
is too
good.
much.
Like,
Like
please
you
They
do
so
enter
good.
the
fact
track.
check. Do
Now,
fact
like you
check,
enter
but,
the track, now it's their property.
Yeah.
Like you are their property. You can't even do
like,
anything. You
do
can't
fact
post
check,
anything.
because it might have been fake, but I swear to you, I read something of the sort where you're not allowed to record at the track, which I think is the biggest amount of bull I've ever seen. But hopefully I've
So
been
diabolical.
misled. I hope I've been misled.
Max, you
Yeah, I
won't
hope
believe.
you've been said.
Max, you won't believe in the
Yeah,
Grid
for
Talk
the
Live
Great Talk
channel.
Live channel. Yeah, exactly
Let,
what I
let
was
me
going to say. So,
let me say that. Let me say that. On the Great Talk Live channel, Kimi Antonelli crashed, in FE3, right? And we just posted a 5-second shot about the reaction
my
of the
God,
crash.
here we go.
Just 5 seconds.
It got copyright
And they
strike,
blocked.
did it? Fuck.
Yeah, they blocked her.
Blocked,
They completely
fully
blocked it.
blocked. Oh my
Fully
god.
blocked.
we are good.
Not
We are
even
grateful they did
copyright.
not put copyright strike on it. It's the only thing that was globally blocked it. It would have been a better, a worse thing if they have put a copyright strike or something like that. Like the worst nightmare of a YouTuber of
Yeah, I've
copyright
seen
strike.
other YouTubers put their reaction, and then below their reaction, there's a video of the incident, and they're completely scot-free. They're not consistent at all.
don't
It's
know.
ridiculous.
There's a guy called
Yeah, yeah.
Pondin, I think. So.
Yeah, Pondon.
That guy
Pondon's
posts a
great.
full reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know how. He posts a full reaction. How is that even possible? He just literally commentates on things, showing the video from the YouTube. And we can't even post anything. What the hell is that? That is so crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
are they
it's absolutely
partiality? Is
mental.
he paying FOM? Is he paying FOM?
You could
That
be,
is a
or you know
uncertain-
somebody. You never flipping know anymore, to be fair. It's ridiculous what they do.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, if you two gain traction and become huge podcasters, and I'm sure they'll allow you to flip in, put whatever clip of F1 they want. So it's a bit of a farce, but
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Matt and
Yeah.
Tommy doesn't put anything like that because they are also I think scared of that copyright
Yeah.
thing. But how that Pondin guy managed to do that, I have no idea. How he managed to do that? So uncertain with that things.
Yeah.
Extreme. It's extreme. I mean, it's like they own everything. They like own your kidney and stuff. Like, yeah, go
Well, like,
ahead with
if
that.
you
and I
upload a
will block
video
you.
of F1 25 gameplay around Japan, you get copyrighted for it because apparently it's too real, like too close to real life. It doesn't make sense at all,
Yeah.
man. My God.
Imagine
after few
FCR
years,
or monopost.
after few years
FCR,
we'll be like. After a few years, we'll be like,
Yeah.
we'll be like saying like this.
It's just because we can't use the real sound.
Yeah, guys, these are the FCR 2026 engine sounds. Yeah, you just have to deal with it. 'Cause, yeah, but otherwise,
Oh
I
my
guess.
God. The game's gone, man. The game's gone.
Crazy.
Game's
FOM
absolutely
is
gone, man.
FOM is wiping out creators, like wiping
in the
out their
engine sound.
career.
I mean, I kind of like the new engine sound. Hot
Oh,
take,
they're
but
good. They are
without
good.
that MGU,
It's alright, yeah.
yeah, without that, just the super clipping. Why are we like going from eighth gear to sixth gear on the end of a straight? Like, why? Just why? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
And to new viewers, like if I were to come in F1 in the start of this year, I am not an engineering student. Like if I am a casual viewer, how would I know why they are literally lifting off before the end of a straight, and they are not even explaining it that good
Yeah,
during the live streams, the live
and they're
races.
trying to hide it as badly as they can. Did you see the
Yeah,
telemetries
Leclerc
in
is just
China?
braking, and then you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
did you
saying
see
that.
the telemetries in China? They just froze
Yeah,
when it started super clipping. It's like, sorry,
yeah,
Jesus.
Leclerc
Man.
is braking, and he is still at 340 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah,
Oh
how?
man.
The onboard is so delayed. If you even notice carefully, when they switch from the onboard to the actual camera, there's a gap that we miss out. I
There
mean, there is a
is,
delay
yeah.
on the onboard camera. Like
Yeah.
you, it's
If
a
you
visible.
don't
I don't
look
know. This
realistically,
it's the biggest company up there.
if you don't want to hide the fact that your sport is dying, then make the sport flipping good. Like, it's not that difficult. If you watch Super Formula, watch IndyCar, or watch IMSA or WEC, you look at how they run things, very fan-led, they listen to their audience, and they don't change everything just because they can. They don't go to America for the sake of it. I know IMSA is American, but they go to the good tracks. Like, just make it good. Like, listen to people. It really isn't that difficult.
They no, listening is a far thing. They're
Yeah.
removing the comments who are criticizing them. They're removing the comments. That is just why did they do that?
Yeah.
If they're like keeping it silent, then it would have been this headline.
Slowly
And then
turning
they decided to,
communist, man. It's over.
nuke the comments. Like whoever is, saying little bit bad about things. Like you can be removed from Instagram like anytime soon. Like FOM is that crazy. Like we're gonna
Unreal.
end our career soon. Like someday we'll be like and blocked. We're blocked. It's very soon. It's the time is coming very soon. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Like
I guess it's just Liberty Media at this point. It's not even Liberty Media is for
They're,
money,
they're,
out
they're
of
getting to
money.
him. They're getting to him already. They're getting to us.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
look at
they
that.
get to him. Oh god, that's one of them. Three
block
left.
the tower. Block the cell tower.
Yeah, they
FOM is
broke the
like
cell
block
tower.
the cell
Oh,
tower.
sorry, man.
My God. It's so
Stop the
over.
guy. Stop the guy. Stop racing Rev. He's revealing the things.
Box to retire the car.
uh,
Mr. is saying Undertaker issue, and I could not hear the joke that you guys made.
Oh, you're back
Oh
loaded
man.
Insert
there,
everything.
mate.
FOM is into your phone, I think. Into the cell, in the cell tower. They are not letting you speak. There is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of speech. It's stopping you. Absolute
So,
maniac.
so what did you guys just say? I missed it. I completely missed it.
Well,
Maybe it's
basically,
on the live. I missed it.
saying that you
Some,
started
the,
lagging the minute you started talking
no, no, no.
about
The
how they're
summary,
deleting.
the summary is Antarctica internet strikes again,
Yeah.
but this time it is created by FOM. I mean, it started by FOM.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So I guess we were on the like the question, but I did not get like which changed quickly switch topic to glazing Formula One for their beautiful 2026 regulations. But the question really was, I really, really beg for a proper championship like career mode, not like monoposto, and a championship, a podium celebration, timed qualifying, and three qualifying sessions. I asked the question, but we switched to F1 26.
I don't
Go off
know
the
yet. At least right now, these things aren't into the current 2026, the current FCR 2026 build. There are things that I am definitely looking to. I don't know if for release, especially but they can be expected somewhere, sometime, because these two especially are pretty big things, like a multi-season career. I've always wanted that, and timed sessions as well with the cars going out, and yeah, you can like interact with them during the qualifying session also. At least timed qualifying, that would at least be a beginning, but having it with cars, that would also be would be the thing to look forward to. And yeah, I don't know if for release, but we are definitely looking into these in particular, because there are things that really elevate the game a lot.
Well, crazy. So now we will go into the like proper questions, not suggestions or what people would like to see, but the questions. So would you like give me 5 minutes so that I can get on a different spot and maybe not have this Antarctica issue?
It might have been a few minutes for us, but you will have to wait a few more days to get the answers of your questions from Dan. So, this was part 1 of the podcast. There will be part 2 and maybe a part 3. So, I'll see you guys in the next part. And subscribe so that you don't accidentally miss it. And so, that's it for today's podcast. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.